Hi everyone, thanks for joining today's call. Our first agenda item is do a retrospective review for the current sprint, and so have done right and what we have.
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So I would like to know what we have done right and what we could have improved from this past sprint. Anyone? Okay. So let me just type a message for Derek. Okay. If there's no feedback, we can move to the next agenda item, which is the ticket grooming for the next sprint. And I would like just to go through the four new tickets that we have. So the first one is mapping provider ID with system ID. The background for this information for this ticket is that because of the 1.9 data model change, they have a new provider table that's handle and store the provider information. It doesn't require that it map to or link to the person or the users that has system ID to log into the system. The setup is for to make it more flexible for different implementation needs. However, for our implementation purpose, we would require such mapping because we need to know who this provider is, especially when we need to use it for the notification system without if the provider doesn't have the system ID and login, it would be problematic for our use case because the provider would not be able to receive the notifications, and simply because they don't have the system login. So this ticket basically that to add a additional processing in the server, that when if the system ID exists, it needs to map to the provider with his or her system ID through person ID. If system ID doesn't exist, then put in the error queue and then have error message that system ID doesn't exist, so that we would know an action need to be taken, submit a request to the system admin team to fix that mapping. That's pretty much what this ticket is about, and I wonder if anyone have any questions or concern or comments before we go through the story points. Anyone? No? So Simon, I think probably you'll be the best person to think whether this ticket, the story point is 3 points, is appropriate or not.
I think I could give it a 5.
A 5? Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then the other 2 tickets is more like housekeeping tickets that we put on hold a while back. Is regarding the device management and security app. There are some work has been done for that, but we haven't really gone through of like doing the proper testing to making sure that that has been fixed and working properly. I will still leave the story point originally like 3 points, and then it's more like for a testing purpose. If there's new issue found, and then we can share what with the finding is and ask our developer to fix that. This one is regarding the when removing the SIM card from the device, it does not lock the device. Another ticket is also the device management and security part of the cleanup. When a device, when after registering a device that had previously registered to a new user, you can only view the device under the person, but cannot view the device under the device tab. So we'll confirm whether this this issue still exists. If not, we can close it. If it is, we'll have the developer to work on that as well. And then the last ticket is getting ourselves ready for mUzima to be compatible with 1.1.5. So we need to have an environment to set up with these specifications, and I realized that when setting up on a standalone, it would require Java 6 instead of 8. I don't know if you have the same experience or not, Simon. If not, it would not launch for the standalone, but like for the actual setup, implementation setup, it would require like a Java 8, and that will work. So these tickets, basically, we want to identify and test through the capability, and then to identify any issues that from the finding, and then if there are any issues, and then we'll create new tickets to be corrected and work on for the next sprint. Any questions, anyone? Okay. If not, those are the tickets for the next sprint that will start later today. And now let's move to the next agenda item, which is the implementation update. So CDM for Lawrence and Kenneth.
As far as errors are concerned, I think the update still stands as at Friday. We had a morning a meeting in the morning today, so I haven't been able to do much.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I also wanted to report that there is one device that had 174 encounters, and I was able to sync that this morning. We had 90% of the forms successfully processed. Around 9% ended up on the error queue, which I think was a good thing for us.
So like the number is looking better and better.
Yes, awesome. As we go. Yeah, and then on Friday I was out in TESO trying to get the persons out there and up to speed with the screening form, and I concentrated in one area so that they're able to start off with the screening form. So they were able to do registrations using the Huawei forms. And we hope going forward we're going to get more screening forms coming in. And again, in today's meeting we discussed on the CHW form, which was partly used last year but hasn't been that active this year. So I think there are also strategies that Dr. Kiru is trying to put into place so that we have more of these linkage forms coming in. It's a problem with the CHVs, so I think once that one is sorted out, we're going to have more linkage forms coming in together with the screening form.
So, Lawrence, from I know that you spent quite a bit of time for the past couple of weeks of resolving those payload in the error queue. Is it correct that most of them are related to duplicate registration?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wonder, for the CDM implementation setup, do they provide like data bundle to the providers, or Wi-Fi internet connectivity is available for them, as well as whether if such internet connection is available, if they are aware of like searching the system in real time on demand to make sure to see whether the client has existing record in the system or not.
Yeah, I think during trainings we've insisted on them to do searches, search by name, search by MRS number in case of the patient provides any number.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the where we end up with this problem of duplication is when they do not have connectivity. So
Okay.
they end up registering the patient.
Okay, so this is exactly what we expect. The way it's supposed to work. So I just wanted to double confirm whether internet connectivity is available, and whether, if so, whether they were able to search real time. So if internet connectivity is available, they usually would search the system real time.
Yeah, and I think again, most of these errors we ran into that I was referring to are from the past. Like, you remember, those are the ones that were hidden in the backend.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if we can review again the number of errors we're getting in the next 1 month, say 2, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, we can again look at them and see what is more pronounced in the errors we're getting.
Yeah, actually, I took a look last week on those payload in the RQ, and part of them are the duplicate records, and then some of them are the providers that don't link to a person.
Yes.
And I noticed that quite a few of them, especially for there were a few that actually created by those payload created by you and Derek. That's why we sent a request to the system admin team that asked them to make sure that all the providers they created in MRS production, they actually link to a person. If fixed, it would not. We will reduce quite a bit of the payload to go to RQ as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really. It's not the implementation team issues. It's more like the system admin team core on their course that they need to set up correctly, so that such issue will not happen again.
Thanks for that.
Sure. So I was just curious, like, what are the type of errors, except like duplicates, because if other types, we should be able to, there must be something we can do to avoid that, except the, duplicate registration because of the no connectivity, So hopefully we would getting less and less, and then the remaining one are those because no connectivity is available when they create new record, duplicate, I think hopefully only those would show up to the error queues very soon. That's the only one. Yeah. Thank you, Lawrence.
Derek speaking. From Like's implementation side, I would say everything is working on well. What I'm still sitting up with is the recollection of devices and retraining, such that we can keep put the CHWs up to date. Right now, I'm working on going tomorrow to Igoin and Leseru to be able to recollect devices and also do retrainings while I'm updating the devices from Tuot and Kosurai.
Okay. So how's the error resolution going for LAC team?
Of errors, and I would say so far not much updates from this side.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Derek. I don't have any updates for oncology. Anyone? Okay.
I just met that Stephen Kipto, and he told me he'll join the call. Unfortunately, Griffin left the project sometimes back, and Kipto told me he'll join the call. I'm not sure why he hasn't joined the call, but maybe I'll ping him on mail. Then we can be able to have an update of the same.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I noticed they sing quite a bit of the. I think one of the devices sing quite a lot of the VIA form, and then a lot of them end up in the error queue. That's why I think it's good to get those sorted out, and just wonder if they need help or something. Yeah. Okay. If anyone have more implementation update they would like to share? If not, now is any other business? Anyone have comments or concerns or questions?
Maybe just a question to ask about the device management system.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw you had some. There were certain particular tickets that you were updating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe anyone who has any information so far about where we are about the system.
So for the device management security, we just include a couple of tickets for the current sprint because it's been on hold for a while and we haven't really touched it because of the different priorities in the past few months. So we plan to spend this sprint and the next sprint to look at the remaining device management security tickets, and then to see if any of them need action to be taken. So I would not. I think you should think it will not be. We will not be comfortable to say that it'll be ready at least for 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It would be helpful if you guys would be willing to help us to test it as well, and then so that things can speed up.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. That's all I have. Anyone else?
A quick one. I don't know if this is something that's happening with the other groups or the other users. The clinical officer who's been using the device in Mosoriot and Turbo for CDM has from time to time complained about the application complaining of the check digit. So in some cases, if it's a -7, I'd asked him to do +1 because I think the guys at data center have been doing that and it works. So he says sometimes it works, but sometimes it totally refuses to pick up the.
What does it mean +1?
No, like if it's a 7, if it's a -7, then you do -8, and it picks it accepts the number. But otherwise, if you do -7, like check 7, it completely refuses the number, the MRS number.
Is it possible that some parts of the digits from before the hyphen has maybe transpose or a typo?
Like on the device, on the application during entry?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I think I've also experienced that in person.
Yeah, if you.
Why that?
I haven't experienced myself. If that happened to you, do you mind just to share that the ID with us, and then we can test on ourselves to see if we can replicate that?
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it seems odd to me. I don't know if that happens to other people. Do you mean like for the data center when they do it through the web app registration?
Yeah.
That happens to them too?
Mm-hmm.
This is new to me. I did not know that. It'll be good to know when that happened, and then get those IDs issues that they have.
Okay, I'll share a few of them.
Yeah, and also include a screenshot, and then that'll be very helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Lawrence. Thanks for sharing this. It seems very odd that this happened. Yeah, but it'll be annoying if that truly happens and not knowing why that happened. Yeah. Anyone have anything to share? If not, we can end the call early, and thanks everyone. We'll continue to communicate through the ticket. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.